Swag on the beat.
Swag on the beat.
Swag on the beat. Hello and welcome back to Swag on the Beat podcast,
Welcome.
episode 11.
Hopefully go to heaven.
Wow, that's nice. What a nice way to start the show.
Hopefully you too.
Yeah, thank you. Hopefully we go to heaven, maybe. But and all of our listeners. But yeah, hey, thanks so much for tuning in again. We have a massive show. So much to get through. We're just having a
big show.
little
Sorry,
bit of a mic issue
went,
here. What's happening here?
I went mute for a second.
Oh, okay. You sounded like
me,
you were speaking.
Not me personally, but my
the mic
microphone.
went muted.
But
Well,
I think we're back.
Isaac, before we get into it, we've been inundated with requests for the Hello Kitty guitar. We've had 3 guesses thus far.
Yep.
And we're just going to do it at the top of the show, nice and quickly. So we've got William here on the line. Will, how are you?
Yeah, good boys. How are you?
Very
Very
well.
well.
Okay, Mike's about to play the sound of the cat. Will, you got one guess. Here's that sound one more time. What is that cat, Will?
I believe that is a Bamilla.
Oh, incorrect, William. Thank you so much for playing. Isaac, I have actually been starting to really lean into my New Year's resolution that I made with myself on New Year's Eve. And now that we're sort of back into the year a bit, getting up at a reasonable time, etc., like that, it's sort of starting to come into fruition a bit more.
Okay.
And
it's routine based.
it's routine based.
Okay.
I had this old digital radio clock when I was growing up in high school.
Yeah.
And I just hadn't used it for years because you have your phone next to you and you use that as your alarm. But I said, no, enough of the phone in the bed. So the phone is now charging outside the room.
Oh,
and
wow.
I've got the radio set up with the big red lights
Wow.
of the clock next to me. And I was
Very
like,
healthy sleep hygiene of you.
yeah, I think that's the vibe. I keep reading things that it's not good for you, or this
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of woo stuff, whatever. But
Yep.
you know, on the chance it is.
Yep,
And I
5G.
like the idea of not being able to roll over and grab the phone and check whatever I'm checking. So the idea was, because it's such an old radio, the only option is to have the factory set alarm, which is like a siren going off. Like,
I remember.
so aggressive. And
Yeah.
you wake up in a panic, or you have the radio just turns on.
Okay.
So that sounds like a more civilized
That's
option,
nice.
I think. So I said the first night I did it, my partner was in the bed with me as well. I'm like, oh, this is the plan. And she's like, okay, cool. Like, I'm down with that. And it was about a 6:30 wake up. So I set it to the FM radio station in Melbourne is 103.5, which is 3MBS. It's like a classical radio. So I was like, oh, it'll come up with like some nice violin or like a piano concerto or something like that.
Smooth rise.
Smooth rise. And I found the volume that I was, happy with and all this kind of stuff.
Nice.
And set it, and off we go to sleep. So you wake up, and I woke up to Pavarotti going, no, like at 6:30 in the morning.
It's like how they wake people up in mental institutions.
Is that right?
In from movies.
Okay. It was just, I was so awake. So if anyone wants to wake up quickly, yeah.
Is it a good way to wake up, or was it too?
I was like all about it because it was my idea. My partner was just like, absolutely.
Right. I guess if it's not a slow fade, then it'd be a pretty.
It's just bang on.
Yeah, okay.
This is probably a 20th century clock.
Okay.
It's older.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it doesn't, there's no fade.
I bet it's got
fade
real
out.
satisfying buttons to click to turn the alarm
beautiful.
off.
And
Yeah.
oh, you
beautiful.
would love that.
Yeah.
You should come around and maybe we could try it together.
Yeah.
But yeah, and well, heaps of news for us personally because TikTok has
I
been
know.
going through a lot of
my life's-
shambles.
Well, my life's over, but I can't imagine how over your life
Yeah,
is
I
being
know.
Gen Z. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
goodness.
yeah.
What are you even? How are you even
I'm going to
spending
have to
your
find
time?
a new exercise for my thumb,
Exactly,
otherwise it's going to be limp.
So that's why the New Year's resolution, leaving the phone outside the room, it
Yeah.
coincides with TikTok being
Being banned, yeah.
even though it's in America, not Australia.
So
I
no
see.
ban in Australia, but America
I don't think
is
so.
being
No,
banned? Okay.
I actually haven't checked. No, yeah, it's just America, right?
Okay.
But so
The incumbent president is stopping it though, I've heard.
yes,
Or he's giving the owners 3 more months to find a buyer. Because the idea is
Yeah.
if it's owned by America, then they're happy to have
I
it
think
or something.
word on the street seems like it's not going to be gone forever.
No,
I think
there's too much.
yeah.
Well, I mean, the fact that we're on it,
Yeah,
there's too much weight to the app now.
Yeah, but I don't know. We'll see if it affects us that much. I think as long as we've got our nationals on side, the TikTok scrollers,
Sure.
and the rest of the world, I guess,
Yeah.
there's still a fair few people.
Well, on the topic of macroeconomics on the global scale and America's political geopolitical landscape of the world, I had a bit of a thought because I remember last week I did that thing about having an idea for a marketing campaign for pajamas. This is kind of adjacent to it, but I thought China and America have just been at each other's throats for so long, and it got to the point where I don't know if you know this, but there's a phone company called Huawei, which is run out of China. When you look up the stats, the use of Huawei is actually equal globally to iPhone.
Wow.
It's not sold in America or in the Western countries like Canada or England, Australia that much because America said no, it's banned it from the US.
Yeah, wow.
Because, you know, of all blah, 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 for whatever reasons they think are appropriate. But
I'm sure they have some.
I feel like, you know, we're going into this new era of the world. Maybe it's time to help China re-enter the Western civilization.
Enough is enough, you reckon?
Well, no one else is putting their foot down on this, so I'm trying to do it through the backdoor phone market.
I like it.
But, you know, I feel like Huawei, what did they ever do? They're probably innocent. Who knows? I don't know. I just think that the brand, it's obviously a respectable phone. If so 16% of the market for mobile phone users is iPhone, as is Huawei.
Okay.
Right. So that's how much of the market
Isn't
they have.
Samsung more than both?
Yeah,
of them?
I think that's correct.
Because that's the one that's available
So
in
we're
both places.
trying to just get a bit of ground back on the monopoly, maybe.
Yeah.
And anyway, I thought, how could this Chinese company ingratiate itself back with the American people? Okay, so I'm sure the average American wouldn't particularly have anything against Huawei, you know, the Chinese company. And I'm like, okay, what do Americans love? They love their celebrities. Their celebrity is such a significant thing in America, right? Who's the voice of America? Who's someone that has permeated through the generations and become sort of this icon of American culture? Frank Sinatra, I would say, is probably up there with the voice of America and the way he sings and global recognition and all that kind of stuff. And I was thinking, how could you know, maybe really help this company get back into the American psyche in a positive way. So if they are considering going back into America and lifting the bans, maybe, you know, something in the future could happen in a positive way. I think they could use this little excerpt of a Frank Sinatra song, I Did It My Way, and I think that they might have something of value here. So please, Mike, take it away. Yeah, so it's you wouldn't expect, but
That's
there was
great.
actually a recording of Frank Sinatra doing Huawei.
No
back
way.
in the 40s.
Yeah, that's some serious foresight. I can actually that sort of resolution of cause like lends itself towards the end of an advertisement. I could visualize that in my head.
Yeah.
And now I have answers to what I was hearing downstairs when you were recording this, and I was just hearing you belting something at your top of the top of your lungs. So
No, I wasn't doing it. We had someone.
I mean, sorry.
Frank came in.
Yeah,
and,
you
and
were playing the
recorded
Frank
it.
one.
Very loud. But no, but I think this if we're not dividing the world here. We're trying to bring the world together.
And maybe they can strike a deal, Huawei and TikTok, and then one's good in America, and then one's good from the Chinese owned TikTok.
Yeah.
Let's be
it's
on
a
our
love fest.
phones.
We're
even
trying to
more.
bring the world together
Yeah.
here, and this is our contribution.
Let's all spend more time on our phones together.
Yeah. There's someone new in the White House, I'm pretty sure. So maybe we can send it over to them and see what they think
Directly.
of it. Yep.
But have you got his number, Mike? Can you put us through to the president?
No.
Okay. We have a massive show. We're stalling. We don't have enough time. There's so much to get through. Cannot wait. I'm holding my microphone. I'm so excited. Let's take it away.
Jack, with the end of the era of listening to albums the whole way through on CDs or
Unfortunately,
vinyl
that is the
records
way, yeah.
has come the rise of
Vinyl.
the playlist era.
Yeah, the playlist
The playlist era. We're in the age of meticulously curated playlists for any kind of mood that you're in without having to sift through the boring songs on the album.
Heaven forbid.
Show me song 1 and 3 and then get me on to the next album.
Yeah.
But now we're in the Spotify playlist
Gotta
age.
move with the times.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you as a Gen Xer coming along for the ride.
I know, yeah. Well, I was an iTunes guy on my iPod Classic.
Yep.
You probably
Were you an iTunes guy that did you upload the album art separately
Yeah,
afterwards?
I did.
Did you really?
Bloody
Wow.
oath, for all of the albums,
Wow,
every
'cause
single
our
one.
friend Jackson did that. I remember him saying that. No, he bought everything on iTunes, so he had it immediately.
I
But
was
you,
LimeWire, illegally download, and
Okay.
then change the names of all of them because they were all like recorded from Russian
underscore.
radio or
Yeah,
something.
wow.
So yeah, and then manually upload all the album covers
That's
because
effort.
I had the iPod Classic, which had
Yeah.
the like a screen big enough to display the album cover.
Oh,
so when
geez,
you were
that's nice.
wheeling through, you wanted to
Right,
see the albums. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. You probably started with an iPhone 13.
I had a
for your first
wireless.
birthday.
I had my grandfather's wireless from World War II. Yeah.
Respect, thank you, service. So, are you a playlist guy, or are you one of those psychos that just shuffles the liked songs?
I'm probably closer to the psycho end of the spectrum, I think.
I do recall getting into your car and one song will be Pantera and the next song will be a jazz standard from the 60s or something.
That's pretty me, yeah.
And to be honest, I kind of respect it.
You want to like
Keep
about
you on
that,
your
though,
toes.
like just before, get into it. I like that all the liked songs, you can scroll down and you kind of remember the era you're in.
Exactly.
I love that
about
it.
Yeah, no, that is nice. It brings you back to the location and the time of your life you were at.
The good old days or the bad old days,
Yeah.
depending where you are.
Yeah, just the old days because like the Buddha says,
They're all the
they're
same.
all the same.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he released a new book.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, he hasn't done anything for ages.
I know.
Man.
He's been quiet for a while.
Yeah,
but
yeah. That's the whole idea.
Okay, well, there's people are getting very creative with their Spotify playlists.
Yeah.
We've stumbled across, you and I have stumbled across a trend where people are creating storylines through the song titles in their playlist names.
We love this.
It's hilarious.
We
So
love this.
They give a playlist a name, and then the song titles held within that playlist explain the storyline that the title of the podcast says.
The title of the playlist acts as the title of a book, and the story is the set of songs inside the playlist.
It's a way better way to explain it. Yes, exactly. But we've got, I got some examples because I know we sent a couple back and forth, but then we said, no, let's get some examples.
Save it.
Okay. So have you got a couple?
Yep, I do.
Okay,
Yes.
I've got a couple here.
Yep.
So the first one, I've got a couple of shorter playlists, and this first one, so John Fogerty is the singer from Creedence Clearwater Revival. And this playlist is called John Fogerty Finding Out What Rain Is and then immediately hating it.
Because they have that famous song.
And then the songs in the playlist are, Have You Ever Seen the Rain? It Came Out of the Sky. Who Will Stop the Rain? A tale of John Fogerty's experience with discovering rain. And then similar to that one, I'll give you another short one and then I'll give you yours. So this is Marvin Gaye Being Clueless.
Okay.
And the songs in this playlist are What's Going On? What's Happening, Brother? Where are we going? Sounds like a Joe Biden speech.
I've got one that's a little bit more maybe lateral.
Okay.
It's just called A Toaster.
Okay.
Chronicles of a Toaster.
Yep.
Here are the songs. Silence. Silence. The Sound of Silence. Silence again. More silence. Silence. Ka-ching! Toast time.
Toast Time.
Toast time.
Who's that song by?
Toast Time is by Chris Cernal, but it's been taken off Spotify. It's like faded.
Oh,
you know
wow,
when the song's
okay.
faded?
Well, that song is really carrying that playlist name.
This is helping my friend Liam use the bathroom. Okay. Hello, Liam. How are you doing? What's that you say? Oh, no. You can't go. Huh? You want me to sing the Liam Poop song? There's a song called the Liam Poop song. Then just question mark. All right. Here goes nothing.
Again, they've really revolved that playlist name around that one song, haven't they?
Yeah, that's the thing. You sort of identify which song was the origin story.
Inspired the playlist. Yeah, that's good. The last one I've got for you is Owen Wilson walking through an art museum.
Oh, no.
I'm just going to show you this and I can put it up for people with visual capabilities.
Yeah.
That's the playlist. It's just wow.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, final one for me.
Okay.
POV, you're a cicada. Okay. Just woke up. Whoa. It's been 17 years. I'm going to scream all day, F a lot. Then I'm going to die. Goodbye.
I've just realized I had an intro song for this
I
segment.
thought there was an intro to this.
I
and
totally forgot.
I didn't know how to say it without
Because
saying it.
I skimmed over it in my notes, but I was speaking to Mark about this last night, and he's like, "Oh, this could be a funny recurring segment. Maybe we could do it again. So maybe it's worth having a little intro
always
jingle."
worth having an intro.
So
yeah.
I recorded a couple, and you can tell me which one you like, and we
multiple.
can include that one.
Okay.
Should I give up, or should I just keep making playlists? So that's number one.
Okay.
Hey, ooh, we're making playlists.
Yeah, that one. That one.
Wait before you
Oh,
say.
okay, there's three.
Playlist is how we do it. That's a bit more of a
How we
stretch, that one.
playlist.
Last one.
Okay, it's four. Wow.
I was in the 2-1-2. Make him play this, yeah, because that's like we like to do.
Isaac, I want to do a little bit of investigative journalism. It's more just a crime investigation.
Oh, you want to do a crime?
I'm trying to rectify a crime that happened.
Okay.
In my own home.
Oh no!
In my own home.
The call was coming from inside the house.
Yeah. I'm the eldest sibling, and I've got 2 younger brothers, and they're sort of, they're at that age where they're really into going to the gym. They're bulking. It's all serious. They watch their carbs, blah 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 blah, blah all this kind of stuff, which I did at one point.
Yeah, you had a bit of a period of getting shredded.
Which was great, and now I've porked a little bit. I haven't quite cracked the ton. It reminds me of I think the moment I realized I had stopped really keeping in really good shape was when we went skydiving together. And the guy was like, oh, look, just out of courtesy, we're just going to ask how much you weigh. And I said, I'm about 85. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, we'll just stand on the scales just so we know. And he looked down at the scales and looked up at me and he's like, you're actually 94 kilos. In front of the whole group of 13 people.
9 kgs under.
Yeah. I remember you being keeled over for some reason. I don't think you were laughing or whatever, but anyway.
No, that was hilarious. So you haven't cracked the ton yet? Though.
No, I don't want to crack the ton.
Well, see how long since you've checked? I don't know. Maybe if you're going up in 9 kilo increments every time you check.
True. No, there's still enough of a jawline there to think I'm not cracking the ton. Anyway.
Nah, you're looking good, mate.
Thank you so much.
Well, Mike thinks that's funny.
These younger brothers of mine are right into that at the moment. But that doesn't excuse you from stealing other people's food. This would be very common for anyone living with housemates or siblings or people that are a little bit too comfortable with themselves. But I came home and I had a burger.
Nice.
A bought burger, not from a fast food chain, like a serious burger place, and I didn't eat it for whatever reason, and so it was a whole burger left in the fridge.
Nice.
Okay, so it's in there, blah blah blah, and
that's some high quality leftovers.
High quality. It's not even leftover. It's a on over. A right over.
Yet to be eaten.
What's the pretense of?
Just a meal, I think. Food.
Well, I had a meal in the fridge. Could you believe it? Anyway, so I go to bed, wake up this morning, blah blah blah, and it gets to lunchtime. I'm like, I've got that meal waiting for me. And I go into the fridge and I open up, there's cardboard boxes, and it's like a treasure chest. Yeah. It's like a mini treasure chest of the modern day. And I open it up and I'm going, I swear that burger was a bit bigger than what I saw. It wasn't cut or bitten out of. It was just smaller.
What?
And I'm looking at it. I'm going, why is you can see the dough of the burger bun a bit earlier than I was like, what's going on? And I worked it out. They had cut around the burger and taken the outside donut part of it, and the burger was smaller, and I was like, sly, but you haven't gotten away with it. There will be retributions.
That's leaning pretty heavily into the respect zone.
You reckon? That is stealing. That is what I need a quick bulk before a gym or whatever.
Yeah.
They need a little bit of a carb load bang.
I'm not disputing at all that that's stealing. I'm just saying.
Oh, so good enough stealing warrants the activity,
I think
does
so.
it?
It's like when you have a whole pizza and you cut a vertical slice out of the middle, like a diameter slice, and you push it together, and
that's
it's still
the Italian
a circle.
version of stealing food, is it?
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just I have enough respect for going the extra mile to cut a circle out of that burger.
It was so exact. It was like a stencil. It was almost stencil-like.
But obviously, the bun would have had rough edges from where the cut happened. It wasn't like a smooth edge brioche.
That was the impressive part. It was quite smooth, but it was actually small. It was clearly small.
The more you explain it, the more I'm going to team brother on this.
Well, I want to cold call.
Although to be fair, if it happened to me, I would absolutely be furious.
I'm furious. It's like that's your lunch.
I know.
And now you got I reckon 70% of your lunch left. Probably less.
I reckon less. You'd be surprised how much the circumference of the circle
yeah.
eats
And that's
away.
where the biggest area is on the outer
exactly.
skirts of a circle. Anyway, so I want to call the brother now.
Okay. The culprit.
There's 2 options. There's brother A, brother B.
Okay.
We're going to call brother A first, purely because he's the first one being called.
And his name starts with A.
Yeah, his name's Albert. And I'm just going to ask him about it.
Hi, you've reached Albert. Sorry I couldn't pick up the phone. Please leave a message.
Oh, that's
it
almost
sounds like he's got
conclusive
food
evidence.
in his mouth as he records that message.
Leaving a voice message for you. See you later. Got some questions for you when we get home. Did you hang up?
I already hung up.
Let's try brother B.
Try brother B.
And it's Albert now is the culprit.
Okay.
Brother A is the culprit now. If brother B doesn't pick up,
Okay.
then they're in cahoots.
Hello, Mike.
Oh, it's actually your brother on Mike's phone
Oh,
on the podcast
dear.
with Isaac.
Hello, Isaac.
G'day, Walt.
How we going?
Good.
Good. Just have a question. Have you been, A, have you had a burger recently? And B, was that burger donut shaped, created by you recently?
Like a bagel.
No, like you cut a ring out of a burger. Did you take my burger?
I thought you were going to ask a couple of lead-up questions.
I'm too angry. Because Albert didn't pick up his phone, so I'm starting to think maybe he's guilty. You got
That's
defense?
definitely Albert.
Why? What's your? Have you got some evidence or rebuttal?
Haven't had a burger in ages.
Even a part of a burger.
Yeah.
No, not even
the
a
outer
ring of a
ring.
burger. No, not even an outer ring.
Not a burger ring.
I mean, that sounds pretty convincing.
This is the original burger ring.
You have the
so.
truth radar on the brother. What? That's good. That's very good. The burger ring, nice.
Thank you.
How trustworthy do you think Walter's testimony is right now?
I never lie.
He never lies. Look, only because he picked up his phone, he's looking less guilty.
Yeah, that's
Albert's
true.
running away from reality.
Very avoidant.
Very avoidant.
Is Albert there, Walter?
I'm at work.
Oh, so
you're at
Albert's
work.
not there then?
No, he's not here. Unfortunately, no.
All right.
Oh, that's suspect.
I'll put the fake gavel down.
Yeah, good.
Not guilty. Albert pending.
Thank you.
But yeah, thanks so much. All right, see you, Walt.
It doesn't sound like the type of guy that tells a lie, Walt.
Well, when it suits him, sure.
So-
So he's at work, so he's being quite professional.
Yeah,
there.
he's contributing to society,
He is.
unlike someone who would cut out
Albert's
the
running
ring of a
away.
burger.
Yeah. Albert's halfway down Highway 66 with his phone charger running out as well.
Jack,
Yes.
rolling the sleeves up over the biceps there, eh?
Well, only one sleeve I noticed right then because
right bicep heavy.
it's something we probably started doing in high school, but I've kept doing it for the whole time. I think.
Rolling sleeves up.
Yeah, like just one notch.
A one notch and only half the front half of the sleeve
Yeah,
as well.
it sort of is. You got to maintain it. I'm not on the ball today, so go ahead,
No.
take the reins before I.
Well, before I got distracted by a massive biceps, what I wanted to talk about was how sometimes when we're filming videos,
Yes.
you've got to kind of switch into embarrassment-free mode.
Yeah,
You got to
yeah.
turn off the cringeometer for the sake of the shot.
As someone in your generation might say, they would say, "Do it for the vine. Do it for the vine."
Yeah, I do
And then
remember
do
that.
that.
Life was simpler back then, not
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
would
yeah.
understand.
No.
But some notable videos that we've had to do this for recently would have been
Yeah.
the croissant video, screaming
Yeah,
croissant
yeah.
on the street, feeling
Yeah.
a little bit like a nuisance.
The thing I like about that is our friend Oliver who helped, and he was the guy across the road.
Yeah.
He had to do it the loudest and probably most times.
We had to film it several times.
It's like, because he was like, "What are you guys eating?" And then he had to go to no.
Yeah, the whole block had come out of their house and was peering what is going on
yeah,
here.
yeah.
And then the headbanging scene at the end.
Because we were doing that in front of a woman who was waiting for the bus, facing us.
About 2 meters away
was
from us, just staring at us
heavenly
the whole time.
embarrassing.
And we didn't have anyone filming us, so we had the tripod out. And she was
Two
just
lunatics
staring at us.
just throwing their heads around with a
I
croissant
know,
in their
yeah.
mouth.
But so, I mean, sometimes you just got to do it for the sake of the shot, do what's required.
And our attitude is like, we're here, just do it.
Just do it. Yeah, exactly. We're
not hurting anyone.
No,
It's
no.
not a public nuisance.
Yeah,
it's just embarrassing.
we definitely steer clear of the public disturbance
Yeah.
sort of stuff.
Yeah,
We're-
yeah.
Not a massive fan of the prank videos where the prank is tipping 14 litres of Vegemite on a random person and then stealing an old man's plimsolls. So we try and steer clear from
I
the
haven't seen that video.
public nuisance stuff where
Yeah.
possible. But sometimes you got to yell out loud if the shot requires it.
Sure.
But you suffered recently from an embarrassing filming situation that was in private, not in public.
Oh,
it
really?
was when,
embarrassing?
let me take you back to the haircut video where we filmed the first scene
Oh, yeah.
of boys versus girls getting a haircut.
Yeah.
If you remember,
Yeah,
when
I
we
do,
were
yeah,
at the
yeah.
girls' house
Yeah.
filming the first scene.
Yeah, yeah.
These were, some of them you had met before, but most of them you were meeting for the first time.
Yeah, I
These
reckon I
girls?
knew 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we were at their house filming the first scene of you might be familiar with the haircut video when girls get a haircut and they hype each other up versus boys get one and no one really cares.
Yep.
So you were playing the girl.
Yep.
Getting the haircut. So you were already kitted out in women's
I was
outfit.
wearing a dress and a wig, and they had been briefed on what we were doing. So
I know.
I was like, there was no unexpected.
There was no
problems.
issue with that.
No.
But just before we started filming,
You can still feel
the
it.
very first scene. So this is the first scene of the video,
Yeah.
and you've got
So, yeah,
the eyes of 7 girls staring straight at you.
they're all on the couch going, okay, we're like watching the scene happen. You're standing there with the phone,
Yeah.
and I'm in the doorway,
Yeah,
and I'm
you're-
sort of,
yeah.
we're sort of talking about what the energy I need to do
Yeah.
is, and I'm sort of going, oh, maybe I'll do like something like this because I'm excited or whatever.
Fluttering,
it is.
jumping up and down.
Yeah.
And then in preparation for that first shot where you're practicing the jumping up and down you're going to do, on the first jump, you just smashed your head into the top of the door frame so hard,
Yep.
made the biggest bang,
Yeah.
and immediately were just head in hands,
Yeah, it
walked out
came-
the door,
it came.
had to do about 35 circles around the kitchen to walk it off.
So I would say like maybe there's about 20 centimeters between top of my head and the door frame,
Yeah.
and I've jumped as high as I could just straight up.
Thinking you were spatially below the ceiling,
Yeah, I
rather
thought
than
I
the
was
door
ceiling
frame,
time.
which you would have been safe.
Yeah, but I've gone straight into the door frame. I remember in the moment landing, I go, oh, that hurts so much where I probably can't play it off like it doesn't hurt. You know, where you can sort of go, oh, just, it's all good.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
you guys, you saw something that looked like it hurt, didn't hurt actually.
Yeah.
But it was past that point. so I walked through
Exited
the
the
room and
premises.
exited out and just had a little cry to myself. Meanwhile, the gaggle
Oh,
were gaggling.
yeah.
They
was in
so
full force.
loud. So loud.
It was hilarious.
The great thing about it is a lot of people get nervous before they film, and that was a really nice icebreaker.
Yeah.
Like I probably lost 100,000 brain cells, but it was worth
And
it.
you had to push on with all of the scenes after that as
yeah,
well. You
that
had
was
to
the
come
start
ahead.
of the shot.
I thought that was just a perfect embarrassing moment for meeting people for the first time. Perfect lineup of
It was
sequence
horrible.
of events.
It was
And
so painful.
I've written a little song, and I want you to tell me if this accurately sums up what went through your head as this whole thing went down.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you all, let's get into the video. Let me just put this wig and dress on, I'm ready to go. These girls are looking at me, feeling very vulnerable. Cannot wait till this is over. And then I go and smack my head on the door. Smacked it with lots of force. Pretend it isn't sore, but inside I'm going, oh. Smack my head on the door. Hope that none of them saw. Turns out everyone saw. Oh no.
Isaac Gibbons.
Yes, that is my name.
Good. We have been doing this thing on the story on our Instagram recently where we walk or do something backwards and then we'll reverse the footage so it looks like we're doing it forward.
Yeah, it's
And
classic.
It's classic.
It's funny
And
every time.
Kind of like a challenge to see who can do the most normal stuff but in reverse.
Make it look realistic when
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
reversed to normal.
Yeah. Like supermarket we've done walking in the driveway, getting a letter.
Yeah.
I did
Getting in the
getting in
car.
the surf,
Yeah.
like going for a surf backwards. I wanted to do something. I was thinking, well, how can we do this on the podcast? And I thought, who out of the three of us, this includes Mike, I want to see who can say a sentence backwards, and then we reverse that audio and see who has the best
okay.
intonation and who can pronounce words the best.
Right. So you want to try and say it such that it sounds the most normal when
I
reversed.
think that's
Yeah,
what
okay.
should be
Yep.
the criteria for a better speech.
I agree.
So I've given everyone's got a pen and a little pad, and we're going to each write a sentence, no more than, let's make it a 5-word sentence
Okay.
ish, like so not a long sentence, and no words above like 8 letters maybe,
Okay.
something like that. So it's nice and simple. We'll
Yeah.
do a writing task, and then each of us pass a note to the other,
Okay.
and then all three of us one by one will read the note that someone else has written off the cuff first go.
Okay.
And see who can do it the best, and then Mike's going to reverse the audio for us.
Let's do it.
Writing time
What's
commences.
what's the prize? You just get crowned the Nick. Backward the king.
Oh,
Backwards.
I thought you were going to say noi champion.
There's no way that sounds like anything when it's reversed.
Well, we can look at that back at post production.
What is it backwards?
Champion?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Atch. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Go. Writing time starts now.
Okay, writing time starts now. Well, this writing music that we've added live really makes me want to write.
I wonder if any of us will be able to guess what the other has said after only hearing it being said backwards as well. Okay, so I'm going to pass mine to Michael. Michael's going to pass to Isaac, and Isaac's going to pass to me.
Passing to our right, eh? Interesting.
Anti-clockwise.
Okay, so face down, don't look at it yet.
No one has seen their
sentence.
note, their sentence.
Yep. So
Writing time is finished, and we're going to ask. I think we'll get Mike to go first, just because he can be the first cab off the rank.
Okay.
And Mike, when we count down from 3, you can then look at your note.
Yep.
And you have 5 seconds to think about it, or maybe you just have to start saying it. Maybe say it immediately. That's a bit more.
I reckon.
That's more
No,
exciting.
I reckon you read it through once, read the sentence through once, so you have like a couple of seconds,
Okay.
and then you got to say it.
Okay. Mike, 3, 2, 1, go ahead.
Ui is ut ein Jev ole.
Okay, that
A Russian jig or something. I will be very impressed if that
Mike
is
after
legible.
a billion beers.
Okay. I like the voice.
That was good. Yeah, that sounded like coming out of a reversed audio.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
already
it sounds reversed.
It
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
reversed.
Ah, okay.
Isaac,
I'll go next. I think I'm going to go for a speed approach.
speed approach.
I
Because
think.
speed. Well, the rules are, or the criteria is the most natural sounding.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and
yeah.
I'm a little bit of a mumbler in regular speaking anyway.
Oh, really?
So maybe
Okay.
this will mask that.
Okay, here we
ready?
go.
Ud naf os si nging skat gob.
I hope people can see your face when you do the thing.
Yeah.
Your mouth went so wide.
I'm quietly very, very confident.
Okay.
Although 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words. Okay, so breaking your own rules. That's all right. So immediately.
That's not mine. That's mine. Not mine.
Wasn't it 6 or 7
It was
words?
6 or 7 ish.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry, Mike, immediately disqualified. No, I take it back, actually. Mike's all right. Okay, so final cab
Okay.
off the ranks.
Yep. Jack's
Leaving
turn.
the taxi zone now.
And
Go.
Tnarni ezot klal mi sig ple. Okay.
Oh, right, that was mine. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
That's good. That definitely sounds Russian as well.
I think that maybe
Something-
Russian is
something
just
about-
reverse English. If we want to tap into Putin and what he's doing, just reverse his audio cues.
What's Putin backwards? Nitup.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh,
So, jinx.
Oh,
Okay,
we've known
let's
each
get
other
on with
way
the
too long.
podcast. So we're going to get Mike to reverse this audio, and then we're going to play them back, and we can see if we can
then
decipher.
we can-
So let's do Mike's first.
Hello. Very. Yeah. So. See.
Oh, it sounds like
Okay.
you're pushing one out.
That was wait. So that was my note.
so
was it
hello was definitely the first.
Hello, it's very nice to see you. Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Wait,
right.
can we get that one more time, please?
Hello. Very. Yeah. So. See. I think I accidentally cut off the U.
Okay. Well, I mean, not bad.
That's pretty good.
Not bad.
That's our first.
it's
try.
it's hard to rate that because I don't know what the next
yeah.
ones are going to be like. But I feel like that's a middle of the road attempt. Well done, Mike.
I think it's good. I think it's pretty good.
You think like towards the end of the road?
I think I know where I'm going to sit.
Oh.
I feel like I know.
You're on the zebra crossing before the road even starts.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so mine next, please, Mike. That's is so fun.
Oh, what was that? Podcasting is so fun to do.
Fun to do.
Can we
Okay.
hear that again?
That's is so fun.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Fun. I would say that like that anyway.
So so we've heard yours now. Where do you think is it better than Mike's, or are we waiting till we hear all three?
I think mine and Mike's are pretty similar.
Okay.
So you can either
Could be
win
a
it
two
or you
podium.
could lose it.
Could be an outright third,
loser. Yeah.
Outright third.
All right, let's hear Jack's now.
Hell, guys, him does it in Wow.
Oh, help is the first word.
So the sentence is help, guys. I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh, right, that's right. I wrote that.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Okay, can we hear that again?
Help, guys, him does it Inraren. Because the
Lactose
Inraren was the start of my speaking. I was like not quite in the zone. But the thing, I went im instead of I'm.
Yeah, and you went lactose.
Lactose. Yeah, true.
French. You
French,
get used to
Well, I
something,
am. Yeah, I'm quite European in that way.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's a three-way middle of the road. No winners, no
that's
losers.
good.
I think.
I would like to hear someone do that very well.
True.
If you reckon you can do it better than us, send an email to swagandbeatpod, swagandbeat.com/podcast.
And we can call you live on the air and text you a sentence.
Yeah, great.
And you have to read it out.
Perfect. Yeah.
Immediately.
Yep.
Okay.
So challenges out there.
So none of us are the gnick.
Yeah. None of us.
We are all equally just.
Dnud. No, snud.
Dunce.
Dunce, yeah.
No, okay.
That's all I had. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.